At Crealytics, we partner with retailers and DTC brands, typically mid to high spend clients with some pretty solid in-house teams. These are brands doing 10 to 100 and plus million in revenue, and they're not just looking for someone to run their ads, but they want a partner who can connect media spend to business outcomes like margin, new customer growth, and incrementality. So when onboarding these clients on Google and Meta, it's not just about campaign setup. It's about building the foundation to scale and doing that across strategy, data, tech, and people. So first thing first, we start with the right structure. Google and Meta behave very differently, so we tailor each setup accordingly. On Google, we split branded and non-branded search. We use performance maps for shopping and build a structure that aligns with intent and product margin. We obviously also use demand gen and YouTube campaigns to drive upper funnel engagement and support full funnel strategy. On Meta, consolidation is key. We typically start with an Advantage Plus campaign for broad prospecting and a separate setup for retargeting with dynamic product ads. I remember we once cleaned up a Meta account where 25 overlapping audiences were competing against each other. And after streamlining to just 2 core campaigns, performance lifted 40% in 3 weeks. We then secure access and historical insights. So during the first week, we make sure that we have access to everything: ad accounts, analytics, product feeds, CRM integrations, really all of it. And we try to always use client-owned accounts. We try to not make exceptions here because this keeps things transparent and also ensures continuity, even if teams change, for example. And historical data gives us a running start. So we look at what's worked, what hasn't, and where wasted spend might be hiding. And then we absolutely care for tracking before traffic. So we never launch until tracking is watertight. That includes the meta pixel and the conversion API, as well as Google tags with ideally enhanced conversions enabled, and platforms like GA4, Adobe Analytics, or any custom BI solution the client is using. We validate everything end to end, from event firing to revenue attribution, and make sure that it's consent compliant from a privacy standpoint. One client last year came to us with strong media results, but 0 purchase values firing on Meta. So we fixed the tracking, implemented the conversion API, and pretty much immediately saw a 3 times improvement in event match rate, and therefore in Meta's ability to optimize for actual revenue. Then we align cross-functional teams early, because really onboarding is as much about people as it is about platforms. So we bring together marketing, analytics, product, CRM, creative, sometimes for the first time even, and define who owns what. So we set up shared workspaces in teams, use Office 365 for documentation, and ClickUp for project management and general delivery tracking. On top, we have weekly as well as daily stand-ups to keep everyone aligned on priorities, blockers, and quick wins, and we make sure reporting is locked in early. That includes real-time dashboards plus weekly and monthly performance reports that are customized to the client KPIs. And last but absolutely not least, we set expectations and stick to them. So we map out the first 30, 60, and 90 days so the client knows exactly what's happening, when, and who is responsible for what. That includes KPIs, attribution models, and reporting cadence, but also addressing the most common gaps and challenges, like reporting discrepancies between GA4, Meta, and backend systems, or internal resource availability, especially for creative or dev, as well as attribution debates. And yes, we have these very often. But when expectations are set early and roles are clear, execution also becomes faster and way less painful for everyone involved. So my final thought is, a strong onboarding isn't a formality, it's really a strategic advantage. One of our retail clients saw a 50% lift in new customer revenue within 90 days from start, and not because we outspent competitors, but because we had clean data, strong alignment, and a shared roadmap from day one. So if you want to scale, it starts here with structure, tracking, alignment, and shared accountability. That's where performance actually begins.